Well, don't ask me what time it is, I don't know. And I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I am the unknown prophet of God, if you like it or not. And I want to talk about, folks, there is a stone on its way, uh, Matey or something, a stone with fire. If the stone will hit this world, I don't know, folks. It will happen. It will happen in this time. So I saw this thing. So it definitely will hit. But if this stone will hit, I do not know. I do know that when the stone do not hit, we will get things out of this debris. And this debris will bring severe weather. Like I told you, this is what will happen, and the weather will become stronger by this kind of things. What is millions of stones in the air, folks. And someday they are nowhere, and someday they are everywhere. And you never will know when it will hit, you know. So it can be an unseen thing, that it will be created and it was not there. You understand? But definitely this world, this earth, will feel the debris of this stone what will not hit. You understand? And this will make the weather more dangerous. And all the times these kind of stones are approaching and will try to hit Earth, because I see it like that, and it don't hit, then the debris, it will bring more severe weather. And yeah, folks, you are not waiting for this. You understand? You will not like the weather what comes out of it. But these are the things. Yeah, I don't know any better, or it must happen, folks. This is what I saw, and this is the way it is, and you need to live with it and hide for it if you can. But we definitely will feel the debris of that stone. That's the tail of the stone. It brings a lot of things what will change the weather. And this is a natural thing. What people do what these high people do with CERN and with HARP and all these weather energy things, what people did create to make the weather more severe or fearful, or however you will call it. That is man-made. You understand? People are behind this. And this is also going on a big scale. That's why also you will see the weather is changing, you know. And like my Father God did show me and told me, old will come to new. And he also did say something about the weather. But he do have his own language in this, you know. Like he did say, old will come to new. It means old things, you know, like old people from a long time ago, they did call these people goddesses and gods, you know. You see it come back, eh? You can see it in the what the pop stars are doing, you know. They come like the goddesses from long time ago. So God is right in what he did show me. And of course he is right, he's always right. So you don't have to think that God sometimes will be wrong. God is always right, you know. So this is what you see. Old will come to new. And yeah, he did say also something about the weather. But he said it in his term, in his way, you know. Like he did say, old will come to new. Like he did say to me, throw the stone again, my son. Throw the stone again. And then he did go, you know. But these are all very helpful things for me to understand the story, what is behind it. And if you know me very well and you did listen very well, you did open your ears, then you do understand what I'm talking about. I don't like to repeat it all the time, folks. It's also for you. I'm here for you. And you need to learn in this world how to behave and how to go with things. And to know when you will not go with things. You understand? It's up to you. But the weather is changing, and it's changing in a very bad way, folks. I saw in this weather what is on its way. Many blood, many people die, many flesh die on earth, many flesh. And that's not such a nice story, but it is what I saw. Is there more I need to tell? Only about this stone what is on its way. Maybe it will hit earth. It's possible, folks. I'll leave all the possibilities open. But I do not have the feeling that it will hit earth. But it will come close. More close than they thought. You understand? So, yeah, and it is on its way. It's still one day, so 28 or 29, or it will hit, folks, or you will get this debris, and then you also will feel like you are hit by that stone, because the debris comes from that stone. And this will not miss. We will feel the debris what is coming, if it do not hit. And that's also a bad thing, because this is what changed the weather. You understand? Do the stone come from God? No, folks. The stone do not come from God. Does it come from the devil? No, it also do not come from the devil. No, it comes because it is time. You understand? These kind of things are there. And it will bombard Earth. That's the meaning. So I cannot tell you if it will hit or not. You understand? Because then I lie. And I never lie, folks. So I cannot tell you. But I know it is on its way, and I know it come close. More close than everyone thought. That's what I know. And that we will get the debris of it. For sure. And that this will change the weather. In severe weather. More tornadoes and hail and storms and, well, you know, lots of water and people who are swimming in it. I see them already swimming between the debris what comes from Earth, like cars and bikes and motorcycles and stones and mud and animals like crocodile or, you know, a big mess. And yeah, hardly to swimming, for sure. In this kind of water you will not live long. You will get hit by some bridge what did fall down and the iron come off of it, or, you know, so yeah. It's a crazy time, folks. It's a crazy time. You better did not live in this time. I also warn you for this. You better never been born in this time. Because you all who are listening right now, you don't want this. You are not waiting for this kind of thing. But it is the way it is, folks, and it is free. Free to get. So you are free to die. And locked up in this world. So you can go nowhere. And what people say, yeah, we find another planet and we go to that other planet. They cannot even go to the moon. How is it possible that they can go to another planet? You tell me. Such a liars. Unbelievable, folks. And you go for this kind of life? You are the crazy one. These people telling you everything and you believe in everything. They will build a mountain of shit for you. And they will say you need to pray for it. And it stinks terrible, but you go and pray for it. This is how stupid you are, folks. Easy to manipulate. You are too easy. And the devil is laughing his ass off. I do understand. If I was the devil, I also will laugh my ass off. Such a stupid people I never saw in my life. So, yeah. That's also what the devil thinks, folks, about you. You know? I'm not only very close with God, I'm also very close with the devil, folks. I know everything about God, but I also know everything about the devil. I must know, you understand? But I am not with him, and I never will be. And I want him to die, and really die. But that is not possible. He cannot die, folks. He did get life forever. Because God did create him next to God. He's a very high person of God. Don't forget this. And he cannot die. And also that demons also cannot die. The only thing we can do is lock them up. All of them. So that they can do nothing anymore. But we cannot kill them. It's not possible. But we can lock them up. And this is what you will see. This will happen. They all will be locked up. They will go to the jail of my father. And my father will create this jail. And when this all will be, we do not have much time left, folks, so it must happen soon. All these things I told you, it will happen soon. Definitely in these 7 years. Lots of things will change. And lots of things I told you in the 7 years of warning, that this will come true. Stones what start to hit earth, and the weather what will become more severe than ever before, and all that kind of dirty things are coming to you. And yeah, no one can change it. That's why I'm saying all the time, you better be not born in this time, on this earth. People on earth, they do terrible and very wrong things. God do not like. And you still go on with it, because you think that it is good for you. But it isn't. It is wrong. If you do not know wrong from good, folks, you always will go wrong. You understand? If you do not know good from wrong, or wrong from good, you always will go wrong. It's standing on the first place. That's why they did create hate love and love hate. If you listen very well to it, then you do understand that hate is on the first place. And where is the love? It do not belong in the words they did create. Love, hate, hate, love. And you also cannot change it. It's the way it is. That's the English language. It's very dirty language. But if you do understand what I'm talking about the language English language, then you will understand how dirty it is. And this is just an example. Hate, love, love, hate. And this is what you get from that people. You get love, hate. And hate, love. Hate is standing number one in this world. But that's the creation of the English language. In another language you will not understand what I'm talking about. It will not fit. It's only the English language. Or American language. Whatever. English, American language. But it's the most dirtiest way of speaking. And for example, I do have 2 little boys here in my neighborhood. And always when they wake up and they go outside, they go play, something go wrong and then they say, "Hey, fuck you, man, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." And then I think, where did this come from? And then this other little boy, maybe he's 7 or 6, he also say that thing. "No, fuck you, man, fuck you, fuck you." And then I open my window and I say, "Hey, stop it, eh?" And then they start to understand that they do something wrong. And then they say to me, "I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry." I don't like to hear when little children go like this, you know. I will come between it. But if you are old and wise, or stupid and young, it doesn't matter for me. I will become between it, because you will not use that language in my ears. You understand? I will stop you from doing this thing. Whoever you are, I don't care. But I will stop you for sure. That's the way I am, folks. And is it dangerous? Oh yeah, I can get the wrong person, who will not accept in what I say. But I also do walk with God, so they can come. It's not the first time people wanna do me something, but God did come first. They do nothing anymore. They don't wanna talk with me, they don't wanna walk with me. They think that I am a witch or something, or that I do witchcraft or something. But I tell them I do walk with God, and God is my Father, and my Father will protect me like I will protect my Father. And if you will hurt me, then God will come first to hurt you 10 times in the way you want to hurt me 1 time. These people run away from me. They got nothing with me. They don't want nothing with me. I did get this a few times, folks. That people try to hit me and all that kind of things. And I don't care if they hit me. I never will hit back. So I never will pick up the weapon. And I'm a good fighter, folks. I did learn a lot. I can kill you with one finger. I know the places in your, all over your body. I know them all. How easy it is to let you joke in your own blood or something. You understand? It's one push. And you die. One push. And I don't have to push hard. You do have very weak points, folks. All over your body. And if I tell them, then maybe I'm scared that you will use them. So I will never tell. But it's easy to kill someone. So I can fight good. I'm a very dirty fighter if I like. But I don't like fights. And in the time I was young, or more young, I did go with many people who did fight all the time. So then you think, so it was easy for you also to go with that kind of boys. Yeah, it was easy for me to go with the boys and start to do the same thing, but I did not do it. And you need to stand in your shoes. And not walk with your friends. And that's not easy. And I did have lots of that kind of friends. Always fighting, always stealing, always, doing dirty things and wrong things. So all my friends do have blood on their hands. They did fight a lot, one by one. I'm the only one who never did fight. And they did push me many times that way, But I did run away from it. It's good that I did, or else I never was touched by God. This got everything to do with the life you live. If you want to be touched by God, you need to show God who you really are. And you may not have blood on your hands. Not one drop of blood on your hands. Or you can forget it. To be with God. And God, folks, really, He's very old-fashioned. When you walk with God, all these things you see here, it's not there anymore, folks. It's gone. Completely gone. Forever. You will understand what real life is. You only will understand when you start to walk with God. So give my Father God a chance that He will take you. That's up to you. You know, today I was watching people who go to the internet, and I can directly say what is good and what is wrong. Going to the internet, folks, showing your face, that is already wrong. For everybody who is on the internet and show their face, this is already very wrong. And then you start also to do the wrong things. Your problem can never become bigger than what you do on the internet, folks. It's a very wide open gate of hell. And you better watch out what you are doing there. I'm warning. Like I told you, God is very old-fashioned, and so am I. I am also very old-fashioned. There is not much in what I think. I like it. I always dislike many things. And in the days I did not walk with God, I did not care. I did not know, so I did live another life. Because I did know nothing. But it's good, folks. I never did drink. I never did smoke weed or hash or use heroin or, all these kind of things what can make you easy crazy, or pills or a drinking problem. I never did do those things, I'm very happy that I did not, I saw many people dying by this drinking problem, and definitely by this heroin problem, I saw many people did die by this, many. Also many of my friends did die. And this was only by drinking and using heroin, cocaine, weed, hash. White powder and all that kind of things, or water pipe, or how you call it, water thing. Yeah, you need to do with the water and then crazy stuff. I'm happy I never did do this. So I don't have to kick off. You understand? But I saw many people dying by this problem. They did give them themselves. Because me also, I did get not such a good parents. And I could go very easily wrong. But I didn't. And this is what you see in the world when people do have problems. Yeah, they start to drink and they start to use, and and then they start also to change and to misbehave. And I'm happy I never did do this. I never did fight. I never did use any of that kind of things. So my body is pretty clean in this kind of things. You know? I'm happy about it. I only need to stop normally smoking, you understand? But yeah, this is also, I remember how I did start this thing. I did listen to a friend, and I better never did do this. That's why I'm smoking. It's my own fault. Do I blame the guy who told me? No, folks. It's always up to you. You need to blame yourself from the things you get from another, because you never have to take it. You understand how easy life can be? You can make it yourself more easy. Just listen. Listen to me, folks. I tell you precisely what I did get to. You know? I did see this myself, and now I can tell you people that you can become more wise in what I speak. But I also did do stupid things, folks. Take people in my house and trust them, and then they start to walk over me. You know, become the boss of the living place I did live in, and I got nothing to say anymore. I was stabbed. I was almost killed. That was in the time I did not walk with God. You know. But is it the fault of the guy who did stab me if I never took him into my home? So whose fault is it, folks? Is it my fault or his fault? Right? It's me who let him in. So for me is the blame. In some kind of way, I did stab myself. Huh? Yeah, you need to see it like that. If you go wrong, folks, and you get it in that way, you did do it to yourself. Don't blame another in what you are to blame. But this is what you people always do. You always blame another, but you do not look by yourself. You got a lot to say about another, but you need to start by yourself. Always start by yourself. And you need to find ways to solve it by yourself. So these are good examples. Not go that far like I did go. I'm telling you folks, I trust no one here in this world. Because God told me so. If God did not come to me, I'm still trustable. I trust you all. And I definitely will go wrong again. Even if I was stepped down. This is how stupid people can be. But when you start to walk with God, you are not that stupid anymore. You become very wise, very mature. Your spirit, your soul, your mind, and your body become one with God. And you start to talk in the way only God likes. And that's the way I talk. Only God likes the way I talk. And like you hear, folks, I do not talk normal. I talk in a special way. You know? I hope you will listen to this kind of things, folks. It's very nice to learn from, you know. I did get this in my daily life, these problems. And I don't want you to have that kind of problems. So I will try to wake you up for the problems I did get, you never get. But the only thing you need to do is just listen to this boy who is talking right now. Come on, boy, we go to a party. You go alone. I stay home. I'm gonna watch TV. There's a nice movie coming. The next day, all my friends are in the hospital. There was a big fight. I go to my friends in the hospital and my friends in the hospital say, yeah, it's good that you did not go because there is still a bed free. There's still a room free for you, my friend. I told them I saw it come. I also always did walk home when troubles start to begin. I saw it come before it did start. I did feel this. So I did go home. Now I only walk with God and I walk with no one else. I do not allow that you will walk next to me like a friend or, you understand? Also not my family. I walk alone. I stay alone. I like to be alone. I learn a lot more to be alone than to be with people. because they only can learn me stupid things. And what I think, it's really stupid. But not me. I am not that stupid anymore. I'm changed. For this I am happy for myself that God did change me. If God did not do this, folks, I will be still the same. Like in the way I always did live. And that was the wrong way. You never know what will be the good way in this world, because all the ways you walk are wrong. You only will understand when God comes what is the good way. But God is very old-fashioned. And he like almost nothing in what you people do. So all you people did go wrong. And you are not trustable. Not one of you. That's what God told me. I told my Father God, did you find no one who is trustable? And God told me, no. Don't trust no one, don't trust anything. That's why I'm alone. You tell me, folks, if I'm wrong or right. Do you walk with untrustable people? You know you cannot trust them? No? Yeah, for me it's the same thing. But only God told me that I cannot trust you. And you are all the people of this world. You belong to it. And I was shocked, folks, when I did hear this. So there never will come, how you call this thing? That you will go up in the air together with God. How you call this thing? Yeah, they do have a special name for it. It will not happen. You will stay on earth, and that's also where you will die. And I saw you go up in one way, and that is in the way you're gonna die. I see you go away, and the wrong way, because you never did walk the way of God. So you never will find the way of God. That's how we see this, folks. And I saw this many, many times, and I told my Father God, I see people die, but they do not know where they go. They do not know your way. And also God don't want them. So maybe God push them away. It's possible. The day you die, you will become a very special person. Not of the flesh anymore. And your soul, I will tell you something about the soul, your mind, and your spirit. The spirit is in you. It's close to the mind. Together with your heart, your mind, and your spirit, these are the three things. They belong together. This is your life. But there is also a soul. And this is not in your body, but it's above you. In some kind of way, it's something you cannot see, and it is watching you, and it takes everything, every move you make, it goes into the soul. So whatever you do, go into the soul. You understand? So the soul is very important in the things you do. You need to watch out, definitely in these days, folks, in these end days, you need to watch out what you put in your own soul. Because the soul is not of the body. It's around your body. It's above you. It's like something you cannot see, but it is there. It's very high spiritual thing. You will never understand. But I try to explain. So there are three things. This is in the body, but there is one thing that is not in your body. But it's always with you. And it sees everything and every move you make or everything you do, it goes into that soul. It forgets nothing. And the soul normally need to go to God. In the first place, it will go to God. But God will put you somewhere, and you will wait for such a long time, folks. This is what will happen with your soul. If you do not walk with God, then you must wait in a waiting room for a very long time. Why a very long time? God do not know time. You know time. So for you it will take very long. One day for you will like a year. Maybe in that room there is hanging a clock. You watch this clock, and then the time will become more slowly. Because you put your mind into the clock. If you start to do things for yourself, you go work or you go draw something or whatever, you do something, then you always will say, well, the time, it does go fast, right? It's going very fast, very fast. This is when you start to watch the time, your life will take much more longer. So if you watch all the time the clock, then it will take very long. So maybe God did put a clock there. I hope he did. Because I will do it for you, folks. If you will come in this waiting room, then something did go wrong. You need to be with God directly. And you also need to know the way directly. And this is an automatically way thing. You just know it. So I will put a clock there, folks, for you. For you people who are waiting, who did go wrong, I will put a clock there. You will watch at the clock. And by this clock, you will become miserable, because you cannot watch anywhere else. You only see the clock. You see the time ticking, second for second. This is also the thing what will happen in your life, you know. Second for second, folks. It will go very slowly. But if you start to do things for yourself, the time will go much more fast. But if it was me, folks, I put the clock there for you. A very big clock in that room. Because you never did have to go to that room, if you do understand what I'm talking about. And many of you who did die are waiting there. And they will wait long, for my Father do not know time. And if he will take you or not, this is what is in your behavior. If your behavior is very wrong, the more long you will wait till you go where God thinks you belong. And God do have many ways where you will go. And this can be a very bad way. Then your life will start again. And you need to live again. But in a more bad way than you live now. God can make it possible for you. If I did not see this, folks, I did go to that room. I saw people waiting, people crying, people, nervous, and they could go nowhere. It's a room and everybody is there and they are just waiting, nothing more. They can do nothing more than waiting. You don't want to go to that room, folks. I'm telling you, you will wait very long. I hope that God put a clock there. Because the clock is what you know. The clock is your time, but not my Father's. My Father do not have a clock. He do not have knowledge of time. That's why you will wait freaking long there. Don't come into that room, folks. I'm telling you. I've been there. I saw the people waiting there and, wow, it was not such a nice sight to see. Well, folks, when you choose the devil, you will not go to that room. you will go where he will take you, the devil. And this can be any place. But for sure, you will get the most terrible life ever. Then you better go to this waiting room of God. That's better. But if you go to the room of the devil, oh folks, that is really terrible for you. And I saw many people are there. Also the people who are still alive here on earth. They've been there in their dreams or visions, or yeah, they get things from the devil, you know. And yeah, I saw also that thing. So I know a lot about the devil and God. I know where you will go when you go very wrong, like raping, killing, or to be with the devil and against God. Then this place is open for you. You don't want to be there. You will be in such a painful situation. And then you will start to feel what you did do. And you will start to think, how is it possible that it did go so wrong with me? Look where I am now. I am with the devil. I tell those things, folks, because I saw those things with my own eyes. I've been there. God had shown me everything. Not to make you scared, but to warn you. You better do not go there. I'm warning you. This is not the place to be. Next to the devil, that is not the place to be, folks. Next to the devil is not the place to be. You don't want this.